Let's talk about this Darklight 20 liter from Think Tank Photo. Hello friends. So I just got back from WPPI in Las Vegas and I packed the Darklight 20 liter from Think Tank Photo, this brand new bag that they just released, which has a military vibe to it. I packed everything into this, everything that I bought at WPPI, besides my clothes. Some clothes were actually in this as well, along with camera and microphones and a whole bunch of other accessories, an LED light, etc. First of all, I want to give you a quick look at the bag before I left for the trip. So we're going to do a quick rewind. You're going to see my first look at the bag, and then when we come back, I'll share my thoughts on this bag. This bag is unlike anything Think Tank has done before, but in a way goes back to their roots. Simple designs, but also this sort of rugged design. This bag, it has a top open spot right here. So I could grab the zipper and I can open the top and get right to my camera right from here. And I can also get right to my laptop right from here as well. And I'll get to the laptop part in a second also. Now the camera can fit a 500 millimeter lens if all you have is the one camera and a 500 millimeter straight down to the bottom. It can hold a lot of equipment. As we get to the inside, you will see what I mean. But if we close that up, on the lid is on the top, you also have a bunch of accessory loops, which means I could strap in, tie in a tripod, I could tie in a blanket, I could tie in a sleeping bag, I could tie something I need, some accessory to the top of the bag, right on the lid if I want to, or I can just attach a pouch of some sort as well. There's also a zipper up here for a wallet, for keys, for sunglasses, whatever it might be. I love that each of the zippers has this beautiful tie with sort of this like rubbery type grip onto it. So if you're wearing gloves, you can still easily grab the zippers. There's no loops like some bags do. Some of my Mindshift bags from Think Tank have loops, which has its place, but I love this sort of more, again, military type design. Now, this is the green version. This also comes in all black, but the version that Think Tank sent me, they did send me this bag. This version is green and black, which I really do. And to make it not a faux military bag, because they're not trying to trick anybody into thinking it is a military bag, it's not your typical camouflage green. It's very close, but it's not the exact green. Okay, you got the top part. You can quickly get to your camera right from there. You also have this outer part here, okay? Now, you might think from first glance that if I was to unzip this, you're going to get to the inside. You're not. This is just like a little pocket. I could put an iPad here. I could put a book. There's a zip pouch here as well, right on the lid. But it's got a divider here. So I got, for example, a mask, a little notebook. You can have a bunch of things in here. This is where, when I'm going on an airplane, I'm keeping the things I need really accessible while I'm on flight. Things like a cable to charge my phone, or things like a notepad, or tissues, or my mask, some mints, things like that I'm keeping here. But I could also throw in a memory card wallet, extra batteries. I've got pens in here as well. I have an extra battery. I actually have some memory cards. So you could put a bunch of things like that in that spot. Now, again, it does not get to the inside. There's no way to get inside of the bag from here. So if you are out traveling, yes, somebody could go like this and unzip and get it from here, but they're not getting to the rest of the equipment. If somebody was to do this while it's on your back, they're not getting to the rest of the equipment from the outside, okay? Now, also right here, you've got the webbing here, and this webbing is for a bunch of different accessories. Right now, Think Tank doesn't have accessories available for purchase for this, but if you were to look up military pouches, they're actually designed for this type of webbing. And there's also part of the webbing also has the Velcro, so I can actually put patch as well. So watch this. I can put patches similar to, again, military bags. There's a spot for patches too. This side you have, again, accessory loops. So for example, I could take a pouch from Think Tank that they already have
and get it right here on the side. I also have a water bottle pouch, which I don't necessarily need, but I'll show you why sometimes that could be handy in a minute. But yeah, I got extra storage right here now. There's also the cinches here. So if I was to put, let's say, a tripod, there's no bottom piece for the leg to sit in, but if I was to loop the tripod into here, I can cinch it down as well. Or again, a blanket, a jacket, anything like that. These aren't clipped type cinches like you'll see on the other side, but they are cinched so I can tighten them around an object. Now on the other side, here you have the clasp style cinch, right? At the top, the bottom is a regular cinch. I have a middle one as well. And then I have my pocket for either a water bottle or a tripod leg that I can then tighten down. So here's why I'm saying if you have a tripod on this side, I can put a water bottle pouch on this side and then have a water bottle with me as well. And I do have Think Tank's water bottle pouch, which is actually, again, designed for their belt system, but works perfect on this bag. In fact, I have already tested and put both this and the water bottle one, and it fits with a little bit of, it's a little tight, but it works. Okay, now, before I move on to the inside, I want to show you the typical Think Tank style shoulder pads, and they're very soft, cushiony. They have the chest system here, so they have the chest system here, so I can tighten it around my chest, and it also has loops here, so if I want to do some accessories from that, Think Tank has a wide range of accessories. The bottom, I did take these off already, but the bottom has a waist belt system that can be looped in and removed. It's a very simple design. I would use this if I was going on a hike. I do not use it when I am traveling just because it just dangles. There's nowhere for me to put it. I am actually about to bring this on the road, which is why I remove them. I don't want them flapping around as I'm going through TSA, as I'm on an airport, things like that. I don't need it for this trip, so I have removed them. Speaking of travel, right here is the part that can go over your luggage handle, and it just slips right in. Your bag will sit upright and perfect, no problem. Now on the inside, what you have is a very cushioned laptop sleeve. Just unvelcro, slide in your laptop. It can fit up to a 16-inch laptop. I have a 14-inch, so it's going to fit perfectly in here. And then, as of course, in your typical Think Tank fashion, you got this beautiful interior with everything is adjustable to where you need it. So I'm going to have for this trip in particular, I'm going to have my Nikon ZF at the top. And then I'm going to be fitting in all of my accessories where I need, all mixed in throughout. So for example, the 35 millimeters on, here's my 85. I can fit in my headphones. I can fit in my battery chargers. I can fit in my memory card wallets as well. Again, like I said, on the outside, I put stuff I need for the airplane. So everything I need on the inside will be for the camera. So I'm not going to load it up right now because I still have time before I need to pack, but I wanted to show you what that looked like. It's very typical Think Tank fashion, beautiful design, high quality materials, and I love the fact, this is the first time in a while that I have been testing a bag from Think Tank that's for camera equipment where the laptop is actually on the inside, on your back, rather than the outside, which many times when you're going on a plane, I find that it fits better when the bag is laying on its bottom, or if you're like somewhere in public and you put your bag down, oftentimes it flops to the outside of the bag, which means that it's all the weight on your laptop.
All right, friends. So this bag held a lot of stuff. The thing that really intrigued me about this was, one, the military vibe that it gave, right? So it has this military look, but wasn't too much of an impersonation of a military bag. The other thing that intrigued me was that so many Think Tank bags, the laptop is on the outside, and this one is on the inside, which I really like because I prefer it to be the laptop against my back instead of on the outside. So if I put the bag down like this, the laptop isn't on the ground, okay? So those two things really intrigue me about the bag. Now, I've got some things that I love about the bag. I have some things I wish could be improved about the bag. And let's dig into that. The inside of the bag, like any think tank bag, held a lot of things. I was very happy with the fact that it held my camera with a lens. I only brought one lens. With a GoPro, it held my camera and a lens. Only one lens I packed, but it could hold more. A small rig LED flashlight, RGB light, DJI Mic 2, and a whole bunch of accessories all in here, plus all the snacks I had for the airplane. I had a change of clothes sitting on top, my headphones for the airplane, and a whole bunch of stuff that I can easily just grab and go as I needed. I also had a water bottle in the pocket. Now, this is where one thing that I wish would be improved would be the water bottle pocket, which is also a tripod pocket for the leg of the tripod. I wish it had a little more flexibility to it, a little more stretch to it. The fabric is very tight. It has a little bit of give, but the water bottle was a tight squeeze. Typically with a think tank bag, I have no problem getting it in there. This was a tight squeeze, which I wish wasn't as big of a problem. I also wish there was another one on the other side. Now, I do have the loops here, so I actually could attach a think tank water bottle pouch for the belt system, which fits perfectly on here, but I can just barely fit the other pouch that I have as well attached to the side. So there's that. I wish that these were also the quick release style versus just a permanent fixture here. Because yes, I can loosen it, but sometimes, for example, when I had the water bottle here, stringing this through the top of the water bottle. So just in case it popped out while it's on the side or something, this still had my water bottle attached. So I do wish that this had one as well, because if I wanted to attach a tripod or a pod to the other side, it would be nice to have that capability to quickly release and disconnect. The other thing was, this came in really useful at the top. What I wound up doing is I have a jacket that can go inside out, which acted as a pillow as well for my travels. And I actually had it attached with a carabiner here and here to hold it on the top of the bag. And it was perfect for that situation. The last thing that I wish was a little bit better, because there's not a lot of storage in this bag besides from the internal compartment for the camera equipment. The zip storage here, I wish also had a little bit of flexibility to add more things to. It is very tight. Again, this is probably on purpose, probably intentional, because if you're attaching things, you don't want it. If you're attaching with the Molly system here, you're not going to want all this give. But at the same time, I wish that it had a little bit of give, or maybe that it was an expandable, right, with 2 zips, because then I can make this part a little bit deeper and give me more places to store, because I wound up putting a lot in here, but this could also not hold too much. There's that. Finally, I wish the top compartment here also had a little mesh pocket to hold some things. So I would have one here and then one on the inside here. But otherwise, this bag is amazing. This is now going to be a daily camera bag for sure in my toolbox that I use on a regular basis. This might be my bag for when I photograph proposals. We will see. It's also worth noting that I took off the waist pads here for the trip, but I did put them back on. They go on and off very easily, but I took them off for the trip, put them back on here. Oh, and by the way, while I'm looking at it, so we have the port here, so it can sit on top of your rolling luggage and go over the handle. I find it's a little tight. I wish this had a little more stretch to it as well, because it is very tight. And actually on my roller, I didn't use a think tank roller for this trip. I use a different roller. So I will have to try it on the think tank roller to see if it's not as tight. But on my regular 4-wheel roller luggage for my clothes, it did fit over it, but it was extremely tight to put on and off. And when you're trying to like rush to grab your luggage off of the top bin of the airplane and then throw your bag on top, it was getting a little frustrating. So I wound up wearing the bag off the plane. And then when I got off the plane back into the airport, I would pause, take the time to put this on there, and then keep rolling. So there was that. Not the end of the world, but just a little thing for future development to give that a little more space. But I love the bag has this as well. If you like the military style bags, 100%. This bag is fantastic. There are two sizes of this. This is the bigger version. The smaller version cannot fit a laptop. It can fit an iPad, I believe, but it cannot fit a laptop. So check that out. It is the Darklight series bags. Darklight 20L. Now, it's also worth noting that they are showing on their marketing materials that there are pouches. I am assuming they are designing their own pouches for this line of bags that look more military, because they have their pouches that are for their belt system, which are not designed to look military-esque. So take that as you will. Maybe we'll see them. Maybe we won't. I hope we do, because that would be really fun if Think Tank made it. So fantastic product from Think Tank. Like always, of course, it's backed by their no rhetoric lifetime warranty. So if there was ever a problem with the bag, you just contact them and they're going to handle it for you. Again, no problems. Can't go wrong with Think Tank.